The program has a long-standing tradition that started with Dan Call, where they've had typical choirs, concert choir, men's choir, women's choir, and then they've done musicals. But they've never had a Glee club, if you will, that I'm aware of, jazz and show choir. But because of the show, the popularity of the show Glee, I had a lot of requests from the kids to say, Miss Wagner, could we possibly try this? So when I did some research and found out that a lot of the songs that the show Glee is doing, they're also doing a publication of that music. So all of those songs are now accessible to high school or to any group that wants to get them. So that made it a little bit easier. So now we have a revival of the 80s and the 90s and even further back. We're doing a piece by Queen, which is wonderful to expose these kids to Freddie Mercury and the amazing talent that he was. And a lot of kids are like, where can I get a recording of that? So that's kind of cool. The storylines that they have are very much a depiction of what's going on in the halls in high school today. A lot of the same issues, definitely with the different cliques. And I think that this has kind of helped because I've had kids that have never auditioned for the musical, that have never been in a choir or band, say, hey, how can I do that? Or I don't want to sing, but I want to dance. And so it's really gotten some other kids maybe to break out of their shell to think, I could do that, or I want to do that. It's given them a venue for their talent.
I've been in choir since 6th grade, and when Wagner came up to me and said that we were going to have a Glee club, it was really exciting. So I was like, sign me up, and we auditioned, and she's like, you're in. So it was exciting. I'm really using the stage experience because I really want to major in acting or creative writing, maybe script writing for plays or for movies. So I think being in it and being on stage really helps for where I want to go.
Freshman year, during when I first got into musical and choir, it was a little bit difficult, but now we're getting more and more people into it, especially guys off the football team. This year is like the most we've ever had involved in choir and musical and Glee and stuff like that, especially starters. And it's really cool that we have that going, and the coaches support it, so that's really helpful as well. Going through the process and then coming to the end when you do the show and it's all over, you know, you just got a feeling of you succeeded, you know, it's done, it's over, and it's a lot of fun all the way through.
You know, the future would be that we could go out and travel throughout the community, to go out there to some of our other schools, definitely our middle schools and our elementary schools. If we don't do that, these kids were not going to come into high school and go, I think I want to sing, or I think I want to learn how to play the flute. That's why it's so important to keep arts education alive. So for us to be able to go out and expose some of these younger kids to how fun music and singing and dancing can be, and that it is cool, and that they can have a lifelong career, I think we're going to do better for next year's upcoming freshmen or next year's generation, that we expose them to the arts. Because you're not going to have every student be involved in sports. So there has to be some other form of outlet. And this is a great positive place for them to be creative.